No, talk to the director. I'm just a talent. Okay. Check, check. Alrighty. Yeah, he's going to direct you where to put the camera stuff. Like I just placed the camera there. I would like to have at least one over-the-shoulder shot, but he's going to let you know where to go. And if there's some shots that you want to get, as long as your light's not on, move the camera and stuff, and he'll probably see it and like take that shot. Okay? And you know I want these cameras moving.
Right at the camera right now, on TV right now. Yep.
The following program was produced or sponsored by a community member. The views and opinions expressed are the sole responsibility of the producer and do not reflect the views of Malden Access Television, the City of Malden, or your cable provider. MATV welcomes your comments. You can phone us at 781-321-6400 or email us at access@matv.org.
And Doc Rivers is going to be the reason why the Milwaukee Bucks take it home the title this year.
You are out of your mind.
What are you talking about?
He will be the reason that they do not win this year. They should have never let go of Adrian Griffin.
Wait.
Giannis is playing his worst basketball. Dame wants to be back in Portland.
Milwaukee
Doc
has won like what 6 and 5? What 6 games straight?
Hello.
He is awful. Clippers, Sixers. Aside from the
Hey.
Celtics back in
Excuse me.
Oh,
Pardon me.
man.
We have a show to do.
Yeah, this is kind of like embarrassing. This was a private conversation, but you know, as always, it's going to be probably proven that the coach is right and I am wrong. But in any case, back in the day, buddy, open up that can.
We got it.
Welcome back, Malden sports fans, to another episode of Around the Rim, #ATI. I'm your host, the Dudster, Nestor Dudley, and this is going to be our annual stepping out of the MNBL just for a minute to talk about some other leagues and some other basketballs. And who better to do that with than an old friend of this show, Ushanda Stroud, most affectionately known as Coach U. Coach, welcome back to Around the Rim.
Thank you for having me here, Nestor. Glad to be here.
I have to tell you, Coach, that with the pandemic cutting off our 2020 season, and for the past couple of seasons just having one show because we wanted to celebrate the champions and have them come in here safely, it's just good to come back to a normal season, and always a pleasure to have you on the stages of Around the Rim.
I am so happy to be back here. It's been 4 years since, the pandemic, so being back here and discussing hoops, I'm excited to be here.
And, Coach, I'm going to give you your flowers because there's an accolade right now. I just want to, back in the day, buddy, if you could put up that graphic, Coach U has been nominated nominated, I guess, 2024 100 most impactful people in women's collegiate basketball. our own coach. You coach you. I applaud you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a wonderful honor. Thank you.
That is an impressive list. I encourage all to go and read that list because that list has some household names on it. That list has future household names on it. It's the 100 most impactful in collegiate basketball. Collegiate basketball is huge.
Right.
Women's collegiate basketball is huge, and you are on that list.
Yeah, I mean, as I said when I was notified, I'm humbled to be one of the 100, but I'm also very thankful for the young people and their families that entrust me with their goals and their dreams. And it's something that I'm always taken aback by because I have these young people come in to a gym with me when they're little girls with dreams of playing college basketball and professional basketball, and we just keep it all about hoops. We teach them how to continue to grow and play, and to be one of the 100 is definitely something that I'm really, really honored to be listed as.
I've been to a couple of your games when you coach. I like your coaching style. I have not been to a practice, but we've had footage in the past of practice with the young people and even people that are younger than the high school age because you coach high school and you also coach on the collegiate level.
I actually am not. I did coach collegiate basketball for a season.
Okay.
But I've
And
gone
that was
back.
just recently, right?
That was back in about 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So but I've been in the prep school lane, and I am director for the Adidas National Women's Basketball Program for high school level students.
Adidas, that come with swag?
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
I'm an Adidas guy. I mean, I know I'm wearing my Vans right now, but
Yeah,
I
but-
normally wear Adidas.
Yeah, yeah. As long as your stripes over checks, I got something for you.
I just want to, going to the Austin Prep website, I just want to read off your bio, okay? Again, you're so humble, you're not going to toot your own horn. I'm going to toot your horn for you.
All
So
right.
reading off this bio, it says a Georgia native, because we all know, folks who know you know that life began for you in Albany, GA, at the Phoebe Putnam Hospital.
Yes.
Yes, I knew your grandfather, Mr. Milton. He told that story plenty of times.
Yes, yes, yes.
Coach Stroud comes to Austin Prep from Brooks School, where she has served as head coach since the 2018-2019 season. Most notably, she led the team to the New England Preparatory Scholastic Athletic Council, NEPSAC, Title B in 2019-2020 and 21-22, and was the NEPSEC Coach B Coach of the Year in 22, a year in which Brooks finished undefeated for the first time in school history. Brooks also captured the ISL championship for the first time in school history during that 21-22 season. Prior to her time at Brooks, Coach Stroud held coaching positions at Watertown High, Notre Dame Cristo Rey High School, Salem State University, and at Lawrence High School. Recent student athletes who play for Coach Stroud are continuing their academic and basketball careers at UConn, Boston College, Marquette, Syracuse, Providence, Rutgers, Richmond, Illinois, Drexel, Brown, Dartmouth, Holy Cross, Sacred Heart, UMass Boston, and the University of New Hampshire. That list includes Brooks' first ever male or female Gatorade Player of the Year, Tina Mayer, who is currently at Boston College. Additionally, Coach Stroud is the girls director at Mass Lady Rivals and Adidas
3SSSB.
What She Said program and coaches the Ladies Rivals of Adidas National Gauntlet AAU team. Outside of basketball, Coach Stroud is the executive director of the International Child Care, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to provide inclusive and therapeutic educational services for the families in Malden, Mass, and surrounding areas. Prior to coaching her professional career, Coach Stroud played basketball collegiately and then professionally in Germany. She holds a Bachelor of Science degree from Sacred Heart University. Coach U is the real deal. And I'm glad to know her, and I'm glad that she took out of her busy schedule to come on this show.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for reading that bio. We have had some updates since then. We might as well add Duke to that. And at the taping of this, we have 2 players right now in the ACC tournament playing Georgia Tech. Taina Mayer, who was at Boston College and now sophomore point guard at Duke, and Aluchi Okanawa, who is a Peabody native, who is a freshman and was just crowned yesterday the first ever sixth player of the year for Duke University, a freshman out of Peabody, Mass. So, we're extremely excited right now. As of date, we have 35 active Division I basketball players
35.
active right now, 15 Division II active right now, and 10 high academic Division III active right now. So that's, if you go to all of those websites, you'll see Lady Rivals on rosters today. So we're really excited that our kids not only learn from us and we prepare them, but they actually not just get the scholarship or get the roster spot, but they're active participants on a lot of different college programs today. So,
And you're preparing these young people for life.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because basketball is just a microcosm of what life is. Basketball is going to give you the ebbs and flows. You're going to be up, then you're going to be down. You'll be steady, and then next thing you know, there's something else coming your way. So just understanding how you have to work together as a team. You can't live this life alone, just like you can't play this game. Oh, wait, I remember what this is. It's been 4 years, but am I in the web already?
You are caught up in the
Oh.
MNBL web.
Okay.
You didn't think that you were going to get out of this, would you?
Okay.
Jazzy Josie, do that iris. There we go. We don't want no eyes and teeth production. Jazzy Josie, crank up that iris. There we go. Sometimes you got to keep an eye because you know how it is when you look like us and you dim the lights. You just don't want an eyes and teeth production because I just hate that.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
But right now we are caught up in MNBL web, and what this section is that I have up until 3 minutes to ask my guest, and in this case it is Coach U, anything that I can, and it may or may not have to do with the MNBL Ball Neighborhood Basketball League. Well, we know Coach U right off from the rip, right off from the tap. It's not going to do with the Ball Neighborhood Basketball League.
Okay.
So, Coach U, I've had you up here plenty of times, and I've always asked you about your Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Mount Rushmore. So I'm keeping the theme of Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
I would like for you to tell us your Mount Rushmore of collegiate head coaches. Male, female, doesn't matter.
Okay. Number one, Dawn Staley. She is absolutely tracking that she's going to surpass everyone. So I'm going to go with Dawn Staley, number one. Number two, Pat Summitt. Number three, Tara Vanderveer. Number four, Gino Auriemma. And number five, because I believe what this coach is doing, I'm going to go with Kara Lawson at Duke University.
All righty. So you modified your Mount Rushmore. You added another one.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, when you're Coach U, you can do that.
Yeah. There's some really, really terrific coaches that are just constantly advancing the women's game and advancing the game of basketball. So it's an ideal time to be a basketball player right now. So there's some really great players and coaches.
Well, Coach U, you are officially out of the web.
Awesome. Wonderful.
Back in the studios of Around the Rim, ATI, I'm your host, the Dudster, Nesta Dudley, along here with Coach U, as we said at the tap, 2024, one of the 100 most influential people in collegiate women's basketball. I, again, go into that website. I want to read what I believe is your current roster. And forgive me if I mispronounce these names,
Okay.
but you can correct me.
Okay.
So Miranda Arguello,
Yep.
senior, out of Methuen. Elena Axelrod, junior, out of Wakefield. I am not going to pronounce this name. Mo
Fope Io.
her, sophomore, Methuen. Alexa Bonilla, sophomore, out of Malden's own. Tiffany Burns, freshman, Methuen. Ava Cote, sophomore, Hooksett, New Hampshire. Reagan Fish, junior, Lexington. Lauren Schaefer, junior, Linfield. Colleen Simmons, junior, Woburn. Isabella Strong, sophomore, Melrose. Ruby Thompson, freshman, Stoneham, and Catherine Young, senior, Reading. I count 2 seniors, right?
Yes.
Right, and the rest of them are underclassmen.
Yes.
So how's the team doing this year?
So Austin Prep, this is my second season at Austin Prep. We have definitely grown. Austin Prep has just entered the NEPSAC. So prior to that, they were MIAA, and the reason that we connected is they were moving into the NEPSAC, which is the most prestigious high school basketball in the country. So they wanted to bring someone in that had the experience of how to build a program, how to recruit, and it's been a really, really enjoying experience. You know, you're starting from the bottom, you know, of building a program. We have some incredible young athletes there that really love the game, really love to compete, and really love learning. So it's been a fun experience.
I think everywhere you've gone, Coach, you've had built a program from the ground up, or created programs.
Yes, yes. I don't know if it's something that I intentionally do, or it's just something that I'm blessed to do. But I enjoy it. I love being with the kids. I love teaching. I love seeing them grow and understanding how to compete, because there's levels of basketball. You know, you can go in and you can play and you can have fun, and then you can realize, okay, I can have fun but also compete at the highest level. And seeing them turn from just having fun to really competing, and understanding that every day I'm in the gym, there's an opportunity to get better. Every game there is another challenge, and accepting that challenge and not running from it, that's really the most exciting part.
I like that philosophy of every day you have an opportunity to get better at your craft, get better at your craft. Let me ask you this, because I see this on the level that that I commentate on, which is the Mall Naples Basketball League. How do your players feel about threes? Are they jacking up threes? Like when they're warming up, are they warming up shooting threes?
Well, we start off everything is inside out. So we start off, you know, get the easy bunnies, the easy lay, and then you can move out, and then, you know, you're around the perimeter. But we encourage, you know, shooting. I mean, and shooting the three right now is like, if you can't shoot the three, you know, Fope Io, who's 6'5", who has 3 Power 5 offers, you know, we let her know that if you can't stretch the defense, you can't play in today's game. But also, too, you have to be able to, as a big woman, be able to protect the paint. So we want to make sure that we're constantly evolving the game. If that means that you can, you know, knock down the three and you're consistent with that, we want you to do that. We want to encourage you to do that. But what we want to encourage all of our players to do is, what is the correct shot for this moment? Not what is the correct shot so you can get a highlight. What is the correct shot for the moment we're in right now? If the correct shot is you knocking down the three, then, you know, if you're open, let it fly. If the correct moment is, you know, cutting to the basket and finishing, that's what we want you to do. So it's all
And you
about,
got to finish.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. You can't, one thing you can't do with me is you can't, you know, as we like to say, you can't smoke the layup. You smoke the layup, you got to come and sit down. Like,
Well,
that's something you can't do.
How we call that in the MMBO, we call that he blew the bunny, the bunny.
Yeah, you can't do those things. Those are too easy for us. And then also, you know, taking that time to work on your free throws, because we are definitely going to send you to the paint. You're definitely going to get hit. So absorb the contact, knock down the layup, and then get that free throw for us.
Embrace the free throws. Personally, I get more excited of a three-pointer when it's an and one, when you take it to the rack and you get fouled and you score and you and hit the free throw. Personally, I like that three-pointer better than the other three-pointer. Like, anybody can hit, well, I'm going to say anybody, but it's easier to hit that three-pointer than this other one when all eyes are on you. And as you know, palms get sweaty, butt cheeks tend to get tight.
There you go. There you go. We also say, too, you can't, if you're really going to be a three-point shooter, you can't babysit the line.
Right.
You have to have range, and you have to be able to hit it from every spot around that perimeter.
Right, there you go. So I'm hearing that music, Planet Rock, so it's time to go to the highlights from this past weekend's play. So the week of March 2nd, I got the date right, at the Fenway School. The first game Sixers, Bullets. The Bullets all over the Sixers, 64-28. Joseph Hyman for the Sixers, 13 points. Burton led all scores with 24 points as the Bullets improved to 12-1. Sixers dropped to 9-4. Second game Saturday, Lakers, Kings. And yes, Kings beat up on the Lakers, 50-39. Gavin Hyman for the Lakers, 16 points. Pierre led all scores with 18 points as the Kings improved to 3-9, and the Lakers still on that slide, 7-5. First game Sunday, Celtics, Kings. Celtics 3 points better than the Kings, 44-41. Sweeney Hyman for the Celtics, 18 points. Brathwaite led all scores with 21 points from the Kings as the Celtics improved to 5-9 and the Kings dropped to 3-10. And the second and final game of the weekend, the Pistons 2 points better than the Lakers, 38-36. Wharton, Hyman for the Lakers, 11 points. Blythe from the Pistons led all scores with 12 points as the Pistons improved to 4-10 and the Lakers dropped to 7-3. And that's how it went down in this past weekend's play. And now on for our weekly Around the Rim Awards. So let's kick it. Player of the Week, Antonio Brathwaite of the Kings. Coach of the Week, James Brittle White of those same Kings. Team of the Week of the Pistons. And Woo of the Week going to Glenn Higgins, who is retired. But at Ref Rob is like, why that dude? We ain't seen that dude in 5 years plus. Because that dude, as you like to call him, came to the monthly meetings, remoted in last Sunday, 3 hours behind as he's on the left coast now. The meeting was at 10:30, 7:30 his time. He logged in before anyone else logged in. So Glenn Higgins, it's been a while, brother, but this compromise woo is for you. Woo! You see, Coach, I apologize. These woos are just so compromised because I had a surgery several years ago on my thyroid and parathyroid. I asked for the voice of Stevie Wonder, and they took my superpower instead. just ain't right. All right, let's go to the standings. Here are the standings. The Bullets on top of the land, 12-1, followed by the Sixers, 9-4. Lakers, 7-6. Celtics trying to vie for that fourth place slot, 5-9. Followed by the Pistons, 4-10, and the Kings, 3-10. This week's game, Saturday, March 9th. The first game is the Sixers versus the Kings, and the second game is the Bullets versus the Lakers, and that second game, hashtag let's see what happens. Sunday's game, March 10th. First game, 1:15, Pistons versus the Bullets. Second game, Celtics versus the Kings. Third game, Sixers versus the Lakers. Hashtag 3 games, like the good old days, the good old times. 3 games, and this is going to round out the regular season. This is what is known as that awkward pause. Right on cue, March being Women's History Month, we are going to highlight the women, so we're going to drop some knowledge. And this week is Dr. Temple Grandin. 1947 she was born. An American academic and animal behaviorist, Dr. Grandin is the prominent proponent for humane treatment of livestock for slaughter and the author of more than 60 scientific papers on animal behavior. She is internationally famous as a spokesperson on autism. Dr. Grandin is one of the first autistic people to document the insights she gained from her personal experience of autism. In 2010, Time 100, an annual list of the 100 most influential people in the world, named her in the Heroes category. Emmy and Golden Globe winning biographical film, Temple Grandin, she is an outspoken proponent for autism rights and neurodiversity. Dr. Temple Grandin, this week's Women's History Moment. And on a side note, our own Sharon Filiar did facilitate an interview with Dr. Temple Grandin. We had her remote into the studios, and that interview is available if you go to the MATV, Malden Access YouTube channel, @_MATV. You can see that interview in the playlist, A Conversation With. But this is the thing. I guess tonight's theme is 100 because she's the 100 most influential, and you're the 100 most influential here. So we got
I love it.
we got a couple of 100 most influential people on this show.
Wonderful.
So Coach, you in these last few minutes of the show, what advice would you give the young, aspiring players, both male and female, in terms of following their dreams, going on to play high level basketball, education? What words would you give to them?
Stay in the gym. You can't be exceptional if you aren't willing to give all of your attention. And that doesn't mean you can't play other sports. But if you really want to play this sport, the level that this sport is now, both male, female, you have to stay working on your craft. And that sometimes it's just you by yourself. Other times it's with a group of players, be with your trainer, but you have to stay understanding this game and making sure that you're giving yourself the opportunity to grow in the game. And then the last thing I would say is don't give up on yourself and don't doubt yourself. There's going to be enough people to tell you all the reasons why it won't be successful for you. You have to not worry about proving other people wrong, but proving your own inner dream correct and believing in yourself.
Well said. One last question for these last 10 seconds. Is Doc Rivers a better head coach or a better color commentator?
He's a better color commentator. Better color commentator.
Coach, thank you for coming in, boy. It was glad to have you back, and you know that as long as the show keeps running, and it's our 31st season, you always have a slot one of these weeks on that show.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Until next time, folks, I want to say buenas noches, hooches, cooches. I came in peace. I leave with love. This is for the red, the black, and the green, and I'll be seeing you at the games.
They're playing basketball.
Yeah.
We love that.